All right, let's get right into it. Artificial intelligence. It's not science fiction anymore, right? It's here, it's in our lives, and it's already changing everything. But as it gets woven into the fabric of our world, this huge debate is starting to take shape. Is AI just the latest, greatest tool for the powerful to get even more powerful? Or is it something way bigger, a force that's going to fundamentally redesign society for all of us?
And that question really gets to the heart of the matter. As we start using this technology for everything, we have to ask, who's actually in the driver's seat here? Is AI building a future that's tailor-made for a select few, or is it building one that works for everybody? Let's break down the two main arguments.
Okay, so first up, let's look at the argument that AI is basically just business as usual, but on steroids. From this point of view, AI isn't some big social revolution. Nope. It's just a powerful, logical next step for existing economic trends, designed to make what's already efficient even more so.
And you can really see this playing out in four main ways. First, you've got companies automating jobs to slash labor costs and, crank up profits. This, in turn, helps them totally dominate the market. Because let's be real, only the tech giants can afford to build the best AI. Then, they use these amazing tools to micro-target all of us, influencing what we buy, what we read, even what we believe. And finally, for the wealthiest people, AI becomes the ultimate life upgrade, creating a totally seamless, frictionless luxury lifestyle.
If you're wondering why this is happening, well, this chart spells it out perfectly. From a purely business perspective, the logic is kind of hard to argue with. Why would you rely on expensive human workers who can be inconsistent and need breaks when you could have a low-cost, perfectly consistent AI system that just runs 24/7? It's pretty ruthless calculation, but it's all about efficiency.
So the real kicker for this side of the argument is this. For most of us, AI is just this mysterious black box. We don't own it, we don't control it, and honestly, we barely have a clue how it reaches its conclusions. We're just consumers of a technology that is, first and foremost, serving the goals of the people who created it.
But that is only one side of the coin. Now, let's flip it. The other argument is that for the vast majority of people, for you and me, AI is something else entirely. It's not just another product or an upgrade, it's an unavoidable tectonic shift in how our society actually works.
See, for the average person, this isn't about profit margins. It's about some pretty deep existential questions. Will my job even exist in a decade? Is AI going to make good healthcare and education available to everyone? Or will it just create a new divide? Robot services for the poor and human experts for the rich. In a world full of deepfakes, what is even real anymore? And can we trust an AI to make fair decisions about our lives? Or is it just a high-tech way to enforce old biases?
So what might this actually look like? Well, imagine getting your medical advice or legal help or even financial planning from an AI. It could be incredibly cheap and accessible, a good enough solution for billions of people. Think of an AI public defender or an automated doctor right on your smartphone. Now contrast that with this picture. The wealthy, they'll almost certainly still have access to the very best human doctors, the top human lawyers, and financial advisors they can meet in person. And this is what could create a brand new kind of two-tiered system. It's not about whether you have access, but about the quality of that access. Automated for the masses, personalized human expertise for the elite. So, where does that leave us? What's the verdict? The truth is, AI is both of these things at the exact same time. It's an incredibly powerful tool for the elite, and it's also a society-altering force for everyone else. The real outcome isn't about which one of these it is. It's about who gets to decide what it becomes. And that all comes down to a single critical factor: agency.
So what do we mean by agency? It's actually pretty simple. It's the power to use a tool instead of just being used by it. It's the fundamental difference between being a passive consumer of technology and being an active participant in how that technology gets built and used.
So if agency is the key, how do we get more of it? Well, there's a clear three-part plan. First, public education. We all need to understand the basics of how this stuff works so it's not some magic black box. Second, open source access. We have to democratize the tools themselves so innovation isn't just locked up inside a few giant companies. And third, we need smart, strong public policy, guardrails that make sure this technology serves the public interest.
At the end of the day, this is the goal we should all be aiming for. We have to reframe what success means here. It can't just be about efficiency or profit margins. It has to be about a much more meaningful question. Is this technology actually making human lives better, richer, and more fair? That's the real bottom line.
And that brings us to the final and most important thought. This future isn't set in stone. It's not some destiny we're locked into.
It's a story that's being written right now, today. And the only question that really matters is, who gets to hold the pen?